Welcome again, everyone. Jerry's Old Guy Review. And I didn't think I needed another kit, but I couldn't pass this one up. So, being it's Christmas time, I went over to my hobby shop, talked to Jeremy, was just going to get a few things. Well, he had this FMS Rochobby eye candy Atlas that he was constructing some tracks for. And I said, okay, I've had this in my cart at A-Main for months. What do you think? He says it's excellent. And for $250, how can you go wrong? So, for those of you who haven't seen it, I don't have it locked. You get this nice case that is not wanting to cooperate. So you got all this bracing. You're going to carry the truck around if you want. We are going to go over on the bench when I get done with this little presentation, because there are some things I like and there's some things I don't like. But definitely what I like is the look. So there's another truck called the RGT Crusher. And that actually, there's another company also that has the exact same truck. It is not this truck. And I see a lot of people that are saying they're the same truck. Well, I've got to look at this. The RGT truck, yes, has some nicer bits on it, but has some excessive bits on it. This truck is very scaled to a 1940s Dodge Power Wagon. Very scaled. Better scaled than the RGT one. Also, this one has the lifting cab. We'll show you on the bench. It does have a fiddly bit for the battery. And I'll give you some of my thoughts and ideas on what I may do. One faux pas was the body's cracked from the factory. So when they put it all together, somebody cracked it, didn't tell nobody. But who cares? This truck, the way it sits, is beautiful. And we're going to, of course, I'm going to detail it up. But it's an odd wheelbase. And that's what I like the best about it. It is bigger than your traditional 110 scale crawler. Not quite as big as the old Gladiator, but just a little bit short. So it's interesting. So let's take it over to the bench and let's look at some of the tidbits I really like and, some of the things I don't like. All right, so here we are. Apologies, the heater just came on. So, this is one of the biggest complaints. The boingy suspension, which, okay, everybody blames the shocks. Well, what I found on this truck is it's not the shocks, it's the springs. They are way too beefy. So conveniently, we're going to revisit this as we go, but I have some springs, and they are a lot weaker than the beefers that are on this. Now, you can put shock oil in them. So I topped one off just to see, and of course the springs again, too boingy. So we're going to put new shock oil in it, and we are going to put these new springs on it. Next thing is knock off Hyraxes. They're a bit stiffer than a Hyrax, but conveniently it comes with a spare tire, so I got to investigate, and these foams are beefy. So I'm thinking about just cutting them, putting the triangles in it, and seeing if it softens up the tires. They come with very nice, let me see where the back one is. Oh, it's got all the bolts in it. But pretty beefy beadlock. I was hoping for a channel, like I like to put weight in there. But instead of that, instead of dealing with just a channel, I have wheel weights. And it looks like they will fit right on there. So I'm going to put some weight on it because this truck is feather light. So we show there. Now, let me just show you really quick as I reach over. You've got just this one sheet of stickers. You got some license plates from Australia, New Zealand, or maybe that's Australia too. You got Western Australia, you got Queensland, you've got Texas, and you've got Montana. You've got some stickers for some fire extinguishers, Mud Masher, that's just goofy. But there's only one page of stickers. The book is very thorough. Your breakdowns, everything in there is perfect. It's got a 1040. Let me just get that in here again. It's got Hobby Wing and, oh, it's 1040. It's got Hobby Wing branded electronics. You've got your Fly Sky radio, which has a nice, you know, if you've watched my channel, 3-position switch. You got a 4th channel, but that's mainly for programming for the ESC. It comes with a spare tire holder that you can put on the back of it. You know I'm late to the party on these, but hey, better late than never. You've got these nice little rings that come with it, so you can mount these fire extinguishers. Of course, they need to be detailed. You get 2 of them, and 4 of these rings. You get a pintle tow hook, which is annoying because there's not hardly any RC trailers on the market. But meanwhile, to the details. The bumper looks a little crazy, but it's got light buckets in it. And I don't remember, are these 5 mils? Yes. So it's already got pre-installed headlights, no turn signals. It's got a grill that's just ready for detailing. You got 5 mils. But what's weird is it's got these nice kind of Jeep style taillights. And they are 3 mils. So a bit weird. Rear axles, very nice. The mirrors, the side mirrors, have actual mirror material in them. It's not a sticker. The exhaust pipes have holes in them. They're not just a flat piece like most every one of the other companies that make any kind of taillights are. You've got diamond plate, which it's going to suck because I'm going to paint all this. So I have to tape that off. Same thing with the chrome smokestacks. These are glued on, I believe. and not very well. They didn't get all the flashing off, but the way the fenders are, just like the original. Mirrors, wipers. It's got a little snircle on it. That'll have to be touched up. I'm going to try to do things to break up the blue. I'm thinking about a stripe down the side. Make it two-tone. But here is the fiddly bits. And we're going to move over to this. So here's under the hood. You know, $250. You've got your wires run beautifully. They are strapped for cleanliness. You've got, that's more of your wiring, light harnesses. You've got this odd cover that covers the diff or the transmission. So you've got underneath, you've got your transfer case is here. So you've got, actually, for some reason, is this that one? Yeah. We're not going there yet. Very nice, beefy drive shafts that run into the transfer case that has an output. You have the input from the engine. And then when you go to the other side, you have the output for the rear drive shaft. And for some reason, it's not in there. Right in here, you have another output. Now, on that other truck, they have an additional separate gearbox that is run by that PTO. So don't quite understand it. Going up to the front, excellent steering shaft that is canted around the pumpkin. So no matter what, you're not going to rub on it. The weird part is that this truck is a 4-link with, where is, oh, it's up here, with the extra, crap. Why am I having a hard time? It's usually a 3-link with, jeez. Okay, brain fart averted. 3-link with a panhard. So this has a panhard mount, and so it's a 4-link with a panhard mount, which is weird. But I noticed that the shocks, actually, let me see if I can see, it looks normal here. But when I'm looking at it, this shock right here looks like it's bowed in. But looking at it on the camera, it doesn't. So I'm going to see about if I need to change that. Of course, I'm going to drive it and see what happens. But, you know, very clean. You know, metal C-channels, metal links, metal on your drive shaft, metal. $250. You know, what could I lose on this? Metal. Every link on it is metal. The shocks are plastic. You know, the wheels, maybe when we detail them up, they'll look a little better. But, you know, exhaust. This is just ripe for scale accessories, or, you know, maybe I'll make it a towing rig. Don't know. All this is coming off. The pintle hitch is weird. Oh, here's where that. So you put the spare tire on here somewhere. Let's see. Oh, I guess I got it backwards. Wow. So put it on. And I guess I have to put it in between. There's like a little pin on there. Right there. On both sides. So, you know, I'll want to keep the tire weight down low. So we'll see where that goes. But, hell, $250? I mean, just for the detail aspect. But, hey, You know, we talked about doing the challenge between some of these trucks, and I'm thinking that with a few cheap in-house upgrades, we're going to see how this ends up. So I know a few of the viewers out there. I know you've got one. I know some of the other channels who are viewers have some. So let's share some back and forth about this truck. Let me know what you've done. You know, I am not going to start off. I'm going to start off doing the things that I think I can do in-house for cheap. And we'll see what we can do with this truck. Because I'll tell you, these tires without any foams in them are pretty squinchy. And, you know, yes, they are pretty knockoff-ish of the Hyrax. I was trying to find differences between them. But, hey, you know, I don't know how this all transpires. Yes, you're going to say it's a China truck. Hey, which trucks in our hobbies are not China trucks nowadays? So, hey, let me know what you think. Let me know what you've done to yours. And I will talk to you on the next one.